Most people's life stories are lost forever, but yours doesn't have to be. Good evening. For tonight's show of life stories, I'm happy to be able to interview Robert Lahenka. And Robert, tell me a little bit about your background. What is the derivation of that,
the name?
your name?
I don't know exactly how to say the country's name. Sault-Lorraine. It's just like Liechtenstein. It's a very small, little, tiny part of France and Germany. It depends upon who's conquering it at the time and all. That's how my great-grandfather got here in 1848, I think it was, and because they overthrew the government.
Oh,
yeah.
so that's where your family came from.
Yes, father's side.
Where were you born?
Lynbrook, USA. It's
Lynbrook? Is that in what state?
It's New York.
Lynbrook?
Right next to Brooklyn. Well, 2 towns over from Brooklyn, but it's Lynbrook. They're all Indian names. It's an Indian name.
Oh, it is. And tell me, how many people were in your family?
It's only just my sister and mother, father, grandmother, grandfather, but most of them. My father died before I was born, and my grandmother died when I was like 3. So
Oh, my.
it was just my mother and grandfather, basically, for parents.
And
my sister, she lives in Seneca, South Carolina. So
oh, that's quite a far away.
Yeah, it is. She's 6 years older than me, so it's.
Oh, so she's your older sister.
Yeah.
And how did you end up in Massachusetts? Milford.
I had friends up here, and I just was fed up with Long Island. I'm from Long Island, and the congestion just got to me. I finally found a house up here that I was supposed to rehab and build another one next to it. And unfortunately, the banks closed at that time, so I couldn't do that. And my campground that was in Meredith, New Hampshire, the banks couldn't do anything because they closed. Couldn't get any money from anybody at the time.
What year was that?
In 89, I guess. I came here in 88, but I mean, like temporarily.
You came here temporarily,
Yeah,
and you've been
in
here
88.
since 88. Oh, great. Do you have family of your own or children?
No, just me.
Just
me,
you.
myself, and I.
Oh, okay. Well, I know we wanted to talk about your background, so I know that you're into photography.
Yes,
And
very much so.
So can you tell me a little bit about how did you get involved with that?
I got, somebody gave my mother to give me, well, she gave me, a friend of my mother's gave me a Brownie camera when I was around 13. And I love taking pictures of everything. And I figured it's a place and time that you're taking, like it'll never be the same no matter what you do. It's always going to be different. So it's nice, and I love taking pictures of people and all. It's fun.
So that's your primary focus of
Right now
people?
it is. Yeah, it's mostly people, but I do take time, like events and things like that show a lot of people, actually.
I see.
A lot of families.
Do you ever, have you exhibited anywhere?
Only at Norfolk Library, and that was through a club, and not really that much, like, little things, like if I can. But I'm setting up a lot of pictures, getting them all ready so that I can go to a art fair and show them off and possibly sell them.
Where's the art fair?
Well, they're all over like New England. I would go, you know, like there's one at Wayside Inn that I'm gonna probably do next year or the year after. I'm not sure which one I'm gonna try. And there's also one down in Upton, I believe. And it's
In
pretty good.
Upton?
Yeah,
They
I think they usually have one there. I haven't seen it in a while, but yeah, I believe they still do. One of the churches or town hall, I forget which it is. And but
Well, so someone gave you the Brownie camera.
Right.
Who has influenced you as far as, or who are the people that, we're going
Yeah.
to look at a bit of your work in a few minutes, but I'd like to get some more background. Who have you been interested in? Who else, who have you
I
studied?
know. Yeah, I've been asked that many times, and tell you the truth, nobody.
Oh,
I do my own, and it's more of a documentary kind of feel to it. It's what was there. I don't want to change it. I just want what was there. And just recently, I started dabbling into other looks and all, but I don't like the new photography that they boost up the colors and they boost up other things. I don't know, you know, like it's not me. You
do
know,
they
like,
do that with the computer, you mean?
yeah,
Like
well, even with our camera, I mean, you can do it with your camera and all. What you take in your camera, you try to get the best you can out of your camera, but
Right.
you will fix it up a little bit. And all I did on here, I sharpened it a little bit from what
Yeah.
my camera showed. And all, this is a metal print, which
Yeah,
I really like.
It's a
That's
what type of print? I'm not.
it's metal. It's the metal, and they fuse a picture on it, and that's the Eastern Point Lighthouse, most eastern point of Massachusetts.
And where is that located? Is it Chatham?
Yeah, it's out of Gloucester,
Oh, it's at
but it's
Gloucester.
further out, a little bit further out the peninsula,
Oh,
and all.
that's lovely. The color, and that's a beautiful picture.
Yeah, I matched it up pretty good.
Right,
And all,
right.
rather than the red that it was coming out, which it wasn't.
Okay.
Yeah,
And this is another one of your.
yeah, that's more changing the style. You know, like I'll put a different type of background in it to give it that look, and I try to bring in the.
And this is on metal too. Is
Yes,
this the
that's a
same
metal one,
technique?
too. Yeah.
Yeah, I love the
I have
color.
Quite a
That's-
few. I like it on the metal, tell you the truth. I have prints of it all over the place, but I do like the metal better. It comes out, looks nicer to me,
Great.
and it's really good.
The only photographer I went to New York once to see Walker Evans. Have you ever heard of him?
Not really.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, he's someone that was famous in the early.
This is different.
But let's put this.
No, it's just the paper.
Okay.
It's one of my favorites. there.
Oh, okay. What?
And no, the one that's in your hand, I don't know.
Where was this taken?
That's Bash Bish Waterfalls in Massachusetts. Of course, this is coming apart.
In
In
what part of Massachusetts?
all right, Berkshires, close to Connecticut line and the New York line. Actually, the New York line is not even a mile away from it, and all. It's really nice, and all. It's one of my favorites. That
Right.
is my favorites. In fact, I just got a.
Here, I'll let you hold
Okay.
it so the camera can.
Not an award.
You won an award with
well,
it?
not really. What it was one of the things that I belong to asks you to submit pictures for them to, to judge kind of, like, and tell you what to do with them if, they want it or whatever. And this actually came out first in her pick of, like what she liked. And the only thing she wanted was more green leaves. So I don't know what her monitor looked like because these are awful green and all. But she wanted that and the water a little bit lighter. But
And what,
she really loved
what
it.
is that group? Tell me a little bit about it.
Trying to think of which one it is. It's not PPA. It's on one photo, they do a critique, and every month and all. And it was like a month ago, 2 months ago, I put this in, and she decided, I couldn't believe it. I said, like, she put it up as first, like.
Oh, fantastic.
And all, but she said, like, right away, she says, like, the trees, let's put it up here.
Okay.
Easier.
Okay.
She said, like, the trees, she was afraid of the trees. She didn't like the trees, the idea of the trees on each side. And then she looked at it another time and she says, wait a minute, that frames it. And all, and the guy standing there, which I love, and
Right.
he's looking at the waterfalls, and I'm way up high.
That gives you a perspective of how large it is compared to him. No, I like it a lot too.
Yeah, that's the idea of it. And,
Okay, so let's look at your next one.
this is also one of my favorites. And
Is that two or one? One.
yeah, it's one. It's just the
And
what do you call it?
where was that taken?
That's at Sturbridge Village, and it's the Cooper there. And this one day that I was there, we had a lot of smoke in the cooperage from him heating up one of the barrels, and with the light going through it was fantastic. And then I got the guy on the side, I got him I got him looking at the Cooper as he's doing his thing. And what really got me was that when I looked at the picture, I said, wait a minute, his hand's kind of goofy, the Cooper, his hand's kind of goofy. Then I realized it was the smoke that made it look that way and all, and it was good. And I got all the background and everything in, like in shot
I like that one too.
and all. It's one of my favorites.
Oh, good.
And
And so let's see the next one.
yeah,
Oh,
that's
that's lovely.
just like the.
Oh, I
that's
love the way you framed it. I'll
Yeah,
let you show
it's-
it. I can.
It's basically
You can
the same as
describe it.
that. It was the same as that thing, as the metal one, but only as a picture, but with a green border around it and I guess maroon kind of color around that. It makes it stick out a little bit better, and it's a fun thing.
Right, I do like that. That
Really nice.
the butterfly is beautiful. It's hard to. Is it easy to catch
No.
pictures? That's what I was
He
going to
is
say.
not.
That's a very difficult.
He's not very cooperative. He wouldn't, face me. And actually, he was the other way around at one time, too. And I was glad to get his face in it and everything. And when I printed it, I should have watched to make sure that that texture wasn't in his face, but it is a little bit. And it was pretty good that way. And came out good, but I've used them several times in several different variations. No, that isn't it. I don't know where they are. They're,
You have others.
this is Sturbridge Village. In the wintertime, they have not Sturbridge, I'm sorry, Wayside Inn, where in Sudbury, they have a mill there.
Yes.
And all, and I took the picture during the winter time. Unfortunately, I got a lot of tracks in this one. I have one without the tracks, but it's,
Do you?
I like it.
Do they actually use? Is the mill
Yes.
working?
Yes, it's
a working.
working.
Mill?
They
And
make
what do they
their,
do there?
They make their flour, their
For the-
ground corn or flour. They grind it and then they bake. They use it in their bakery, or you can buy the packages of it. and all. You can buy it freshly made, and they grind it up on the wheels and everything that's inside, and the water comes down over the water wheel rather than down the waterfalls, and it turns everything inside to work. It's pretty cool, and all. It's a working mill, actually, and all.
Do you have to, in order to go there, do you have to set up appointments to see it, or is it just
it's just there right on the roadway, and all. In fact, it's hard to get people away from the picture.
Oh, I
And the only
see.
reason, well, you see all the tracks, that's all from people.
Right.
And all. I have a much clearer one where there are no tracks and all, because the guy was nice enough to said, like, okay, you come over, because they had it blocked off because of winter. And the guy who was running or watching it and running it, he says, like, he told me to come over, and I got a chance to take pictures of it, of the snow without footprints all over it and everything. Was pretty good.
So when
It's different.
when you do this, about how many pictures do you take before you find the one that you like?
Good
I mean,
question. Quite a few. There's times that I only take around 10 to 20, 30, but there are times that I just snap away different angles, different views of it, like different lighting, like because the lighting changes as you wait for a little bit, like so the sun moves a little bit. And all, and being this is winter, it's good because the sun is nice and low, so it doesn't cast shadows as much or anything. It's a nicer look
so you
during the
prefer,
winter.
I think I've heard that before from other people who
Yeah.
do photography, that winter is a better time because of the sunlight,
lower sunlight,
especially in
yeah.
New England.
Yeah, yes.
Right.
And all, otherwise you're waiting, during the summertime you wait for the morning or the late afternoon, like evening, for a good light and everything else. Whereas in the wintertime you can get it pretty close to all day long. It's not too bad, like it's not bad and everything. I like it. And all, this picture has been said that it's too grainy, not grainy, too much texture, which I kind of look at the roof and I say, like, yeah, you're right. It should
Right.
be smoother.
Right.
But,
I like the way that you,
but it's nice. I like the angle because
Yeah.
it gets rid of the signs and everything that you would see on the left-hand side of it, and all. It gets rid of all of that. And you can see
I like the color play. I mean, the fact that it's black and white.
Yeah.
It's not color. The differentiation that you get between this and that. I like that. To me, that's very artistic.
that was the idea, truthfully.
Yeah.
It's like that, and all. It's good.
Very
It's all
good.
right. You can. Nah, that one's no good. I don't really care for that one.
You don't?
I do and I don't. I
Why?
did when I
like
made it.
Where is
That's
this?
in Mystic Seaport.
Oh,
That's
Mystic.
Mystic Seaport.
Now,
and-
why do you not like this? I like
Well,
it.
actually, it's
I
much
like-
bigger. It's about twice the size because it usually goes out to here. But I like it. I call it
You had to
Winterport.
crop it?
Yeah, I had to crop it for this look
Uh-huh.
and all, because you can actually see the rest of everything else that's alongside of it, which is good. I mean, you still get all the hill there and everything, which is nice. It's certain things that I liked and I didn't like. So I've been using it a lot in my books and all
Oh,
and
good.
everything.
Oh, you were
been
going to
pretty good.
show us the books. Have we covered all? We've covered these.
Yeah.
You were going to show us the books.
Well, I was going to say what I've been working on lately,
Okay.
and all different than before. And
And what is
She's
this
there.
one?
okay, it was actually a setup at my
Okay, I can-
NECC that to take pictures, and it's a good one. It's a violin.
The violin and the
set up with
yeah, that's lovely. Where did you do
and
that?
everything else. At UMass Amherst.
Oh,
We're there for 3 days of fun, photography and all. I'm there for
so
more.
that was set up.
Yeah, it
as
was a
something
setup
for
and
you
all,
to
and
photograph.
yeah, I use my camera rather than them using their lights. I use my camera, flash,
Oh,
and all rather than
and
that.
so you were there for 3 days. What is the name
Well,
of
I'm there for 4 or 5.
what?
Yeah, it's New England Camera Club Council. It's a conference of photography, and just photography, basically. And they'll do setups for you to take pictures of. They'll have models for you to take pictures of. They have classes on all different types of photography, what to do, how to do it, and they'll show you. And a lot of times they show you, and people have a great time. I mean, it's
how
really
many
good.
people were?
Around 1,000.
And when? Wow.
Yeah.
When is this held?
In July. It's the 12th or the 13th, I should have remembered. In July. It's for 3 days, 13, 14, 15, or 12, 13, 14, whatever that is. And you can find it on NECCC, 3 C's, .org. And it'll give you all the information on it, and you can stay in the college, and they have new dorms that are air conditioned and have a kitchen and everything. But
Oh, how nice.
yeah, it's very
So
nice
will
actually.
you be going again this year?
Yes, I'm going this July. I'll be there, and I run one of the rooms. I help set it up. I help pack the truck, unload the truck, do a lot of things and all. That's why I say, like, okay, they're there for 3 days. I'm there for 4 because I have to set it up. You know, I help set it up, and we do a lot of things. And I take care of one of the rooms, different rooms. They send me to different rooms to take care of them, and also whoever's showing their thing. You know, like I make sure that the video stuff is working and all of that, and setting it so that they're nice and comfortable. If they have lighting, I set up the lighting. Well, they set up the lighting, but I'll make sure that they can. And a lot of the classes, we need electrical boxes all over the place because they need it for their laptops or iPhones. They do iPhones. They have iPhone classes.
Oh,
and
I see.
all. And they need,
for the iPhone photography.
yeah,
Oh, that's
they
nice.
do a lot on iPhone now.
I need to go there for
And,
that. I'm not very.
It's a great thing to do, and
Right.
everything else. I'm not sure how much the classes are. Well, the conference is. It's not much. You figure it's only going to cost you a little over $300 for 3 days.
That's
you can't get anywhere near that.
That's very reasonable.
Yeah.
So
Usually you pay that much for 1 day with somebody of the caliber that you have. I mean, like, these are the cream. It's sponsored by Canon and Nikon, and like they have all their reps there. They have people that shoot for them, and teach their classes. I'm really into Lindsay Adler, but she won't be there this year. She's usually there and all. And
Is that similar to the Adler that does the black and white?
she does a lot. She's a fashion photographer,
Old-fashioned.
but she teaches a tremendous amount for Creative Live usually. But she'll be here in May, I believe she's coming here. Somewhere locally. They haven't picked a spot yet.
Oh,
I'm
great.
waiting to see her and all. She won't remember me, even though I've had her
She
in my
might
room.
remember you. You don't know.
You never know.
So
helped
let's
her.
look at some of the others. We
Yeah,
have a
I've
few
been
more minutes.
doing something new. Like I make my
Oh, I see that. Yeah. How does? Yeah, I was
These
gonna
are
ask
art
you, how do
prints.
you do that?
These are art prints, and they help too by doing the.
I
If you
like
can,
that.
if you can see, it's their same.
I
Their
know it's-
same hookup that they try to put the picture in the middle of this white thing that they have to make it look this way. And but they are art prints. They're not regular prints that you would get, and all. They are much thicker, much
And
and
what?
more expensive.
Yes,
But
I would say they look very expensive.
yeah, well, these go for quite a bit. I would have to sell them for around $40, $50.
Wow.
Which they are.
That-
I
yeah.
am going to.
Right.
And 50 when they're matted, but 40 when they're not.
Okay.
And I'm not making anything on them, tell you the truth.
Oh,
'Cause they're
'cause
costing
they
me for
do
like
look.
$25.
They look great.
I like the look, I honestly do. And I'm going to set it up so that I can print them this way. But
Good.
I'll have it a little bit different because you can, when you put these frames next to each other, you can see they're the same, but it makes each one of the pictures that you've seen before look a little bit different
Right.
and it shrinks it down and everything.
Uh-huh.
And then I have my portraits, which
Oh,
these
okay,
are
let's
all
see.
models. I will say that. They're not regular people. I didn't bring regular people pictures here.
Oh, you didn't? I
Nah.
was going to say, those are really interesting.
Which
Where do you get your models?
these were at NECC in UMass. They supply models for you, and you're allowed to use their pictures for promotion. You can't sell them, but you can use promotion to show, like your work and all, and that's what I do. And they're like, they're really good and everything else. In fact, this thing is 2010, I believe. That's how far ago they were, and a lot of them are.
Oh,
And
Great.
from way back when.
so these would be available for people to purchase. How
Sure.
could they get in touch with you if someone who's watching the show would like to purchase?
I'm at Pix, PICSBYROB 2000 at yahoo.com.
Oh, okay.
And unfortunately, I do not have a website. I had one for a whole year and never put a picture in it.
Oh,
I really didn't care for the website, even though now it's totally different. It's supposedly better and everything. I'm going to get one eventually, but not till I'm ready to actually go more into the business more so. I used to make a lot of money when I had film. When we did film, I did weddings, I did different things. I took pictures at Eastover for them. I took pictures, weddings, of course, events. I did a few things.
okay. Oh, I think
We're running over?
we're running over, but that was very interesting.
Thank you.
Okay. So again, if people would like to get in touch with you, they can. You want to give your email again, and then we'll close.
It's Pix, PICSBYROB 2000 at yahoo.com.
Thanks again. This has been very interesting, and I love your photographs.
Thank you very much.
Thank
it's good
you.
to show them off.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Tell me what you like, what you want from me. If it's on tonight, oh yeah. I just wanna know, yeah. Want you sit next to me, yeah.